the Basketball Club of South Jersey for having us here today. I'm in awe of the talent that's in this room, not only academically but athletically, the young women on the court, hearing some of those numbers, those GPAs. I'm here with the Easter Bunny. I get to go home and tell my kids that as well, which is wonderful. They'll give me some good points there. You know, Emily Grabiak, kind of one of the neat things here about her, one of the great things about her is having had the pleasure of coaching her for the last 4 years, is when I spoke with her and let her know that she was going to be receiving this honor. In typical Emily Grabiak fashion, her response was really and wow, and that was it. And I'm going to talk to you for a minute or two here about some of the incredible things she's done on the court for us, but perhaps the most incredible thing about her is her overwhelming humility, her work ethic, and how she carries herself on a day-in, day-out basis. She's been an amazing young woman, you know, in our program, and I've had it's been my distinct honor to coach her. Before I get into that too much, even further credit to who Emily is as a person is when I let my assistant coaches know that she was receiving this award. They immediately dropped everything, you know, to come up here and be with her this evening. And so I would just like to acknowledge them. You know, any head coach will tell you they're lost and, you know, kind of dead in the water without really good quality assistant coaches. I'm fortunate to have a great staff. And so Angie Williams, Angie, if we just step up a second, stand up a little bit. Two young women kneeling over here taking photos and working the iPad, Jamie Roberts and Megan Sullivan. And I'm sure Emily will be the first one to tell you that she's where she is today as an athlete. Not only because of her own hard work, but all the time and effort put in, not only with her coaches at the college level, but this is all where it began for her in South Jersey. She's a South Jersey kid. You know, I couldn't think of a better way for her career to wrap up than to receive this honor here, you know, minutes away from where she grew up and played. It's a great thrill for me to be up here with her. And a little bit about her, we met Emily, so 5 years ago, approximately 5 years ago, my assistant coaches and I were in our gym preparing our team for an overseas trip to Ireland. And we just happened to wrap up our session and walk out of the gym that day and stumble across Emily and her parents, who just happened to be looking around the Catholic. They chose of all days that day to check out Catholic, to look at our facility, to walk around our athletic center. And as luck would have it, as fortune would have it, we happened out of the gym at the same time and ran into her and her folks. And that basically began the recruiting process for Emily. We then followed several trips thereafter, you know, to kind of get her to Catholic. What I didn't know that day is her coming to our university would forever change the trajectory of our program and shift the balance of power within our conference. The young lady has been a 4-year starter in our program. She's a 3-time all-conference athlete. She is a 2-time all-region athlete. She has been first-team all-conference the last 3 years. She was named the Player of the Year in our conference this year at Catholic University, the Landmark Conference. And then just recently, last week, she was named one of the top 25 players in the country when she earned All-American accolades. So it's just been an incredible career for her. Beyond that, what I'll share with you as well, and even Emily doesn't know this, she'll finish her career having amassed more than 1,100 points, more than 750 rebounds, more than 450 assists, and nearly 300 steals. And those numbers are incredible. She filled up the stat sheet, was one of the top 5 athletes in every statistical category in our conference. Beyond that, those numbers that I just pointed out to you, Emily is the only athlete, male or female, in Division III women's basketball that will graduate who can lay claim to those numbers. So she's had an incredible career. It's my distinct honor and privilege to have her come up here. I can't thank Mr. and Mrs. Grabiak for the trust and faith that they showed in us at Catholic University, for letting us have the honor of working with Emily and let her lead the charge. Again, the list goes on and on. 4 straight conference tournament appearances, 2 consecutive conference championships, an ECAC national championship, 2 NCAA tournament bursts. The list goes on and on. And again, I think it's just incredible that she gets to wrap things up here tonight and say a few words to you. So, Emily Grabiak, folks.
Thank you, Coach. First off, the basketball club of South Jersey for this award. There are a lot of talented players that have come out of this South Jersey area, and to have received this award is pretty cool. I also want to thank my coaches and parents for supporting me for the past 4 years and pushing me to be the best I can be on and off the court. Being a student athlete at the collegiate level is a big commitment, but if you surround yourself with the right people, it is a commitment that is worth the while. There have been times when I've gotten caught up in the athlete part of the word, but thankfully I've had my teammates and coaches there to remind me that there are more important things in life than basketball. Throughout my college years, I've learned how to manage my time wisely by taking advantage of the help that is offered to me. It's easy to feel stressed from class, practice, and just being away from home, but having teammates and coaches that understand all these feelings remind me that the dedication is worth something. Again, thank you so much for this award, and for having me here tonight.